everybody, what's going on? We are back with yet another video. Yeah, welcome back. How we doing? Keeping things moving. How we going? Yeah, all that fun stuff. Yeah, here we are. We are back with another video. It's been a couple days. I really should have gotten something out, but I've been trying to figure something out to really talk about. But thankfully, the NBA absolutely killed it. If you haven't been here before, my name is Cody Lear. If you would like to join the channel, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, I'd very much appreciate to have you. My goal for myself is probably like 100 subscribers by so let's say June. You know what I mean? Let's get things going up. If we can do that, I'd be very happy. But either way, we got to get ourselves in there. We got to get ourselves talking. We got to get ourselves yapping. We got to do all this fun stuff. So let's start today. We're going to talk the NBA trade deadline. I have a little bit of sadness in my heart from some of this. We will get to that here in a little bit. Oh, I guess it is time to really dive right into it, and we'll see how we go, right? The Washington Wizards, they made a huge trade to land Anthony Davis as the Mavericks pivot. Turns out this was a three-team trade as Malachi Branham goes over to the Charlotte Hornets, as my phone goes off right now. Dallas, they did receive Chris Middleton, A.J. Johnson, Tyus Jones from the Hornets, Marvin Bagley. They get a first-round pick from the Oklahoma City Thunder, a 2030 first-round pick from Golden State, 3 future second-round picks. Washington will receive Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum. Yeah, this is actually kind of a weird trade, to be honest with you. I was kind of surprised to see Chris Middleton be on the move. Obviously, he is going over to Dallas to join Cooper Flagg. I do like some of the moves here, to be honest with you. I think that they needed a really decent point guard for now. I don't think that the Mavericks are a team that you're really concerned about now competing in the West. I think that they made this move to cut some cap room for the future, and that absolutely makes sense in my opinion. Washington getting Anthony Davis and Jaden Hardy could be really, really good with the recent acquisition of Trae Young. That could be a really good move on the Washington side. I don't hate this at all. I think Dallas gets something out of it. Washington gets something out of it. Even Charlotte, Malachi Branham could be okay for them, for a team that's maybe somewhat competing in the East. Yeah, not a bad move at all. The Golden State Warriors, they will be receiving Kristaps Porzingis and a trade for Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield from Atlanta. It sucks that Buddy Hield's gone, because I like Buddy Hield and Jimmy Butler as the combo, but things are what they are in that case. But solid move, I think, for the Warriors. I think the Warriors are still kind of competing, so if you're really in there, you have a chance for that. Yeah, well, I would say that Golden State did a pretty decent job here, and Atlanta gets Kuminga and Buddy Hield, both very good role players. So, and Atlanta's definitely playing decent ball, so I don't think they're complaining at all here. The Celtics, they received Nikola Vucevic from the Bulls, and a 2027 second round pick for Anthony Simons, and a 2026 second round pick. Honestly, when they signed Simons, I was really, and that might even have been the trade for Drew, if I remember correctly. I was pretty hyped for it, to be honest with you. I thought that was a very good move, but they get a decent center, something that Boston has been kind of struggling with. Still a team that's competing in the East, they're tied for second right now, so not really a gigantic move here, but I like the move. The Hornets, they're getting Kobe White and Mike Conley Jr. from Chicago for Colin Sexton, Ousmane Dieng, a second round pick from New York, a second round pick from Denver. The 2029 second round pick is least favorable of Charlotte and Denver. Kobe White moving is I actually really like that move. I think Kobe White's probably going to end up being a bench player over there because their guards are really playing good ball in Charlotte. Ball and Miller are both very good players. And they got the brand new guy from, gosh, I'm going to forget his name, and it's going to escape me for no apparent reason, because he was a draft pick this year, and he's such a good player. And when I think of it later, no one's going to care that I Was it Knoppel? Knoppel? I think that was his last name, maybe. But either way, yeah, I think they got a really good deal here. Chris Paul being traded to the Raptors in a three-team deal, which, and I'm not going to get that right correctly from Brooklyn, but Brooklyn gets a really good player. The Clippers get the right to Manja Marinkovic, and Brooklyn will also receive a 2032 second-round pick. Not really too much to talk about anymore here. Chris Paul, one of the best facilitators of all time, great player. It is what it is. He gets moved yet again. Ball gets moved to the Utah Jazz in a three-team trade. We're going to talk a lot about the Utah Jazz, it feels like. Jock Landale will be going via the Jazz. Utah will receive Lonzo Ball and two future second-round picks from Cleveland. Doesn't look like Cleveland really got anything out of the deal, but hey, not a bad move at all for them. Lonzo Ball goes over to Utah. Utah is trying to make some moves right now to solidify their future. And they ended up landing a star. We'll talk about that again later. My heart's still breaking right now. But Landale, probably a really good pick for Atlanta. I think I like that one a lot. The Cavs, we saw that they traded James Harden. They got James Harden for Darius Garland and a future second round pick. I still don't love this trade, and I don't love this trade in my head, and it becomes simply because Garland is 10 years younger. He needs to be a better passer. I agree. His shooting is okay. It's not anything too spectacular, but I know that he can play. I think that that's really the issue for me right now. Is I don't think it was a phenomenal move for Cleveland, to be honest with you. They get a guy that can score, though. A team that is obviously moved on from DeAndre Hunter. They're trying to create themselves they're trying to get themselves back into the hunt in the East, and they definitely can still do that. But I don't know if this was the move to make. I guess we'll see as the future goes off. Oklahoma City will be getting Jared McCain for Philadelphia's 2026 first-round pick and three future second-round picks. Just makes the Thunder even more scary, and I think that that's exactly why you make the trade. You end up giving your first-round pick because you know your first-round pick is probably not going to be anything too spectacular. So, hey, why not? You're going to just go ahead and go out there and do just that. I mean, there's no point in not doing it at this point. So, yeah, good move to get Jared McCain over there. The Thunder. Oh, we talked about Deng earlier. Thunder, they dealed him to Charlotte in the 2029 second round pick for Mason Plumlee. Plumlee, I think, really does solidify that team a little bit. A big guy to really just lock up. And I like that. Plumlee's been a decent player for a long time. Nothing really too crazy, though, to be honest with you. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too shabby at all. Tyus Jones, he was traded to Charlotte for cash considerations. Charlotte also got two future second round picks out of it for cash considerations. Tyus Jones obviously is on the move again. We saw that earlier from a different trade. Which one was that? I think it was the big Washington one, right? Was it the big Washington one? Yes, it was. Okay. That's good to know. By the way, we are on NBA.com looking at all this stuff if you wanted to check it out. I just figured I would get on here and tell you all about it so that you didn't have to if you didn't want to. Hopefully I can crop out some of it, but if not, we're, NBA.com. Give them a shout out. It was a good views. Actually, the website looks fine. I like it. The Grizzlies, this one is going to hurt my heart a little bit, but they made a trade to trade Jaren Jackson to the Utah Jazz. We're going to lose Jaren Jackson, Jock Landale. I talked about him a little bit earlier. I really like him. John Konchar, Vince Williams. Memphis will receive Walter Clayton Jr., Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, and Georges Niang, and three future first-round picks. I saw the first-round picks. Obviously not my favorite first-round picks, but they're first-round picks regardless. Vince Williams, unfortunately, just never really panned out where he needed to be. Jock Landale, I still thought he had a little bit of talent and would have liked to see what he could have done, but obviously the Grizzlies were ready to move on. They are trying to be rebuilding themselves. And John Konchar was really just a really good bench player. I mean, he had his moments where he played really, really well. He's been on the team for a long time, so you have to be, it's a fan. I'm a fan of him. He was good for the Grizzlies, as I'm a huge Grizzlies fan, but that's is what it is. I am excited to receive Walter Clayton Jr. I think Walter Clayton Jr. has every talent in the world. I saw what he did at Florida, and I'm a super huge fan of it. Hopefully, he stays on the Grizzlies, though. They let him do his thing that he did back there at Florida. Because if they do, I do think we have a really talented team on our hands in the future. Kyle Anderson, he's pretty much at the end of his career. He's been a great player for a long time. Taylor Hendrickson, unfortunately not a player that I'm too familiar with, but I am very excited to see him suit up in a Grizzlies uniform. And Georges Niang, he has played decent ball, and be honest with you, I can't lie, he would basically be just at the whole thing of, hey, I know who he is because of NBA 2K. And that's a fact. The 3 future first round picks are really the deal that got this going, and a lot of it was probably for Jaren Jackson. So, yeah, I don't hate the trade. I actually think both teams probably win in this case because in the case of Utah, they have a decent chance of um, competing probably as soon as next year. So yeah, I don't think it's a horrible move by anybody at all. Obviously as a fan of Memphis, I would love to see Jaren here, but unfortunately, in the world that we're in and the sports and everything like that, it's just you can't really ever believe that people are going to stay on one team for the rest of their careers anymore, as sucky as it is. The Pistons, they're going to add Kevin Huerter, a great shooter, by the way, and Dario Saric from Chicago, 2026 first round pick swap with Minnesota. Chicago got Mike Conley and Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey being gone is crazy to me. And Minnesota will be getting cash considerations. I love Jaden Ivey going to Chicago. I think Jaden Ivey is going to finally really get to stand out over there. Kevin Huerter can shoot the ball. Dario Saric is a pretty decent almost said football. Very solid basketball player, so nothing really too over the top in that one. Yeah, very interested to see what happens over there. I actually think I like the move for both teams, to be honest with you. Minnesota getting cash considerations. I mean, money is money. You always want that. Not bad at all. Was there anything massive? We did talk about Ellison Schroeder pretty much in my last video, if I remember correctly. So Vic Krejci going to the Trailblazers for Duke Reith, a second round and a second round in 2030 and 2027. I thought it was 26, but yeah, big move over there. I think that is it for me, guys. So if you did end up liking the video, I do hope that you do think about liking, comment, subscribing. We're going to try to get more videos out for you guys. I do absolutely love what I'm doing here. I miss all this yapping. It's so much fun to me. And now I'm really getting into NBA season because I've been watching a lot and I'm really having fun with it. Yeah, really cool things to talk about. We will probably do NFL honors and talk about the head coaching cycle. Now that it's pretty much been locked down, that it's going to be Clint Kubiak, I'll try to get a grade video out, and we'll see how we do there. But if you did if you did if you did end up liking the video, please give me a like, please give me a comment, please give me a subscribe, and I'll see you all next video.